Good afternoon, my name is Anna, and as you know, I'm passionate about Pilates, remembering it's about flexibility, mobility and stability, knowing how to stabilise your joints but keeping them lovely and mobile. So first of all, let's start with our feet hip distance apart and parallel, and sometimes you need to just look down and check. Spread your toes as much as you can, and just for me, we're going to walk through the toes just to get a little bit of flexion, particularly in that big toe joint, just to make it a little bit happier, mobilise it a little bit. And once you've done two more, just allow yourself to settle and spread your weight through the soles of your feet. Imagining your footprint, remember your big toes stay down, spread your weight through all of your toes, the outer underside of your feet and your heels. So you're conscious about having arches in your feet and not allowing your ankles to roll in and allowing them to collapse. Stay strong in the ankles, and as I said, spread your toes. Your knees are just a little bit soft and you are very, very tall as we just roll our shoulders. Just taking your shoulders up and back so you open across the front of your chest and shoulders, and allow your shoulder blades to settle down your back. Feel lovely and broad across the front and back of your shoulders. Try quite hard not to push your ribs forwards. Settle the ribs down so your ribs are aligned with your pelvis. And equally here, the pelvis, try not to stick your tail out. Tuck your tail under a little bit. Just be conscious of this connection between the ribs and pelvis, this little corset of support that we have around our middle, our deep abdominal muscles. So from here, just relax the shoulders, as I said, feel lovely and tall, and take a few slightly deeper breaths. And as you take these breaths, as you breathe out, just relax your shoulders. Allow your neck to feel a little bit longer through the back, and as you feel a little bit taller. And now as you breathe out, think about those muscles that create that support and stability around your spine. And they include your pelvic floor, and that deepest abdominal muscle, that muscle that creates that corset around your waist. And then from here, I'm going to get you moving. So first of all, take a breath in, and as you breathe out, float your hands to chest height. As you breathe in, they lower. And let's do that again, feeling lovely and broad across the front of your shoulders, and be conscious of your shoulder blades sliding down your back. Think about that little bit of corset of support as we gradually take our arms a little bit higher. Still being rather aware of your shoulders coming away from your ears, your shoulder blades sliding down your back as gradually the arms go even higher. And let's think about now creating a bit more rotation in the arms. So as you breathe out, the arms go up. As you breathe in, they go round and down. And again, as you breathe out, float your hands all the way up and breathe in as they go out to the side and down. Trying to keep your rib cage drawing down, your knees just a little bit soft. Get as much opening across the front of your chest and shoulders as you possibly can. And we're just going to do two more of those. Just feel nice and wide across the front, and one more. And we'll take that into our knee bend. So from here, standing lovely and tall, we float the arms up, this time as we breathe in. As you breathe out, round your back, bend your knees, and just allow your body to just round here, allow your arms to swing by your sides. And don't forget that drawing in feeling in your tummy so you support your spine. Whilst you're here, you can have a little bit of a look at your knees and just check your knees are going where your toes point. You're aware of the arches in your feet and the strength and stability in your ankles. Let's just do two more and one more. And allow yourself to return back to that start position. And from here, we just add a little bit of rotation. Your feet might want to go a little bit wider and your heel can definitely lift. And don't forget to look behind you as you do this. So that rotation goes all the way up the spine. Allow your arms to swing. And again, we'll do four more. And then just one more, and yourself to settle back to the beginning. Spread your toes, spread your weight through the soles of your feet. Your knees are a little soft, you're nice and broad, and your shoulders lovely and open. Let's just laterally flex the spine now, so aware of those corset muscles. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, take yourself up and over to one side. Come back up as you breathe in, and then go the other way, lengthening down the side of your body, being aware of staying completely still from the pelvis down. That nice arc. Relax and feel nice and broad across the shoulders. Your knees definitely need to stay soft. And if you've got a mirror, you can see that you're getting this nice curve up the side of the body here. And let's again do 4 more. My magic number. Just conscious of maybe moving a little bit bigger with each one. And then last one. Fabulous. Bringing yourself back up, being lovely and tall. And now let's just move the shoulders. So clasping your hands in front, breathe in. As you breathe out, separate your shoulder blades. Drop your head a little bit, breathe in, come up, and then open your arms out as you breathe out. Come forwards, breathe in, breathe out, separate your shoulder blades. Lift your head, take a breath in, and open your arms as you breathe out, and just slightly lean back. Remembering that little bit of stability there in your middle so you don't collapse at the pelvis. Keep your tail tucked under. And let's just do a few more. Feel that we're getting this lovely stretch across the chest and shoulders, and then maybe a little bit in the upper back where we might get a little bit tight. Last one as you come forward. And then this one as you breathe out. Okay, let's get your legs moving a little bit. So with your feet in a comfortable position, maybe you want to go a little bit wider with your feet. You stand there, we're just going to do some squats, so nice and broad across the shoulders. Breathe in. As you breathe out, sit back. Breathe in as you come up. And just be aware of that corset of support around your waist. You want to sit back. We want to send our knees where our toes point. And then also being conscious of this nice neutral spine. As I said, your shoulders are nice and broad. Keep them that way, even though your arms drift forwards. Take yourself down as far as you can. Let's work on moving a little bit bigger. Remember, move bigger, keep your flexibility and your mobility. And we're going to do 4 more. Good. Drawing in your middle, standing lovely and tall after each one. Lovely and broad. And we'll just do 1 more. And bring yourself up, be lovely and tall. Okay, this time we're going to bring the feet in a little bit. Spread your weight through one foot, remembering the footprint that we talked about earlier. Weight through all of your toes, aware of the arch in the foot and the stability in your ankle. And from here, standing lovely and tall, and I don't mind what you do with your arms, just raise one knee, take a breath in, and as you breathe out, just take that foot down, tap the floor, and lift the knee. And we're just going to do 10 of these, but what I want you to do is feel the floor with the sole of your foot. Spread your weight through the sole of your foot. Be strong in your core and focus your eyes in front. Good, good, good. Your foot might twitch a little bit. Again, focus on keeping your weight spread through the sole of that foot. Last 2, I think. And 1 more. And then allow yourself to settle back. Spread your weight through the other foot, keeping the pelvis aligned, nice and strong in your core. Breathe in. As you breathe out, raise the foot. And then tap down. As I said, you can do whatever you like with your arms to make it a little bit easier. You might want to hold the hips just gently. And plenty of drawing in your middle. And feel lovely and tall. Good. Focusing on keeping your weight spread through the sole of the foot and focusing your eyes in front. Let's do 2 more. And then 1 more. Okay, here we've got a little bit of balance. Fabulous. We'll come back, add a little bit of light. Okay, so we focused on a little bit of balance and we've woken up our legs a little bit. What I want to do now is just think about opening through the front of the hip. So from here, we're going to breathe in as the leg floats up. Go back to the first leg. As you breathe out, that foot is going to go back and open through the front of the hip. So put your toes down and extend the hip here. Float the leg up as you breathe in and take it back and open here as you breathe out. Great. Drawing in the middle so you maintain that neutral spine. And we've done 5. We're going to carry on, but we're going to add the arms. So let's take that foot back and the arms up. Float the arms down, breathe in. As you breathe out, they go up. Let's do 3 more. Last 2. Spreading your weight through the sole of that foot. And 1 more. And then return. Fabulous. Clearly, we need to go back to do the other leg. Nice and tall, strong in the middle. Spread your weight through the sole of your foot. Raise the knee, taking a little breath in. As you breathe out, take the arms up, float that foot back, touch the floor. We added the arms after 5, so we'll do that. Good. Really feel that you're getting that nice opening feeling as you extend the leg there. Let's do 2 more like this. Good. And then we raise the knee. As the foot goes down and back, we raise the arms. Shoulders lovely and broad. Brilliant. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. Good. We sit a little bit too much, so it's really nice to get that opening feeling through the front of the hips here. So we've done a little bit of legs, we're going to return to that in a moment, but for now let's go to the shoulders. Let's do my favourite, which is the standing dart. So we're going to lift, roll the shoulders back and down, turn your elbows so they point behind you, and reach down so your chest lifts a little bit, and then relax. And then again, big lift, roll the shoulders back and down, lift the chest, draw your shoulder blades down your back. Let's do some more. Big roll of the shoulders, lengthening across the collarbones. And as I said, awareness of that corset so you don't collapse at the back here. Keep your tail tucked under slightly and then carry on. This is one that maybe you're doing every day already. Just to maintain that lovely posture. Your elbows, as I said, point behind you and you reach down. You could add in that little bit of extension of the spine if you wish. And the magic number, 4 more. Opening through the front of the shoulders. Awareness of your core. My son has admitted, as I moan at his slouching, that it's a good idea to do this in the shower. Great, and relax there. Okay, we'll return to arms in a minute, but let's return to our legs. So we're going to progress that balancing thing that we did earlier, if you wish to, with a lunge. But I'm going to give you a couple of options. So option number 1 that might be a little bit easier is that you're going to take 1 foot back, okay, lift that back heel off the floor, both feet parallel, okay, and from here we're going to breathe in, and as we breathe out, we're going to bend both knees and take the arms up. Breathe in as we return. And as I said, breathe out. Send that knee down, open this hip and extend the arms and push up. That's option number 1. Option number 2 is that you would raise the knee first, step back and do your lunge. And then bring the arms down, bring that knee through and up, drawing your tummy in to aid your balance. And you are each going to do 10 of these, whether it be the static ones here, or the ones where you add that little bit of extra balance. Floating the arms up if you can, sending that back knee down towards the floor. Maybe you've done 7 and you've got time for 3 more. Great. Keeping nice and long in your neck, bending both knees. And then gently take your weight forward into that front leg and bring yourself through. And clearly we need to do the other side. So spread your weight through the other foot. Either take that other leg back already or stand tall. Shoulders lovely and broad. Raise the knee. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, step back and lunge. Float the arms down. Bring your knee through and up. Breathe in. And again, breathe out and lunge. Drawing in your middle. Nice and strong in this front leg. So as you step back and lunge here, this knee goes where the toes point, push through and up. You may, of course, have decided to stay back and be lunging here. Perfect. Bending both knees. Nice big bend in both knees. And try and feel whether you're in the right position or not. Nice long stance. Maybe you've got two more. Brilliant. And then again, put your weight in your front foot, push yourself forwards, and come back to that standing position. Why don't we just allow the spine to rotate and swing our arms up and across towards the corner of your ceiling. Get a nice little reach. And of course, you're conscious all the time of that corset around your waist, just supporting your spine. Let's just do one more to each side. And then the other one. Fantastic. Okay, from here, return back to the centre. And again, let's just think about the shoulders. Opening up across the front of our shoulders, keeping our ribs down, knees a little bit soft, of course, and that nice neutral position with the pelvis. Bring your hands up, your palms face the ceiling, your thumbs sticking out. Breathe in. As you breathe out, open your arms or rotate your arms. Breathe in on the return. And then again, breathe out. Rotate your arms within the shoulder socket. Breathe in on the return. Good. We're trying to just rotate our arms within the shoulder socket rather than squeeze the shoulder blades together. Keep broad across the shoulders, but just then rotate. Feel or be aware of whether you're able to get both arms back the same. Maybe you've had a bit of an injury and one of those arms don't want to quite go back as far. Just keep trying to work on the range of movement, but be conscious of pain, the horrible pain that's not doing you good, rather than the pain that's just uncomfortable because you're pushing yourself a little bit. Let's now take the arms out, float them up as you breathe in. Draw your shoulder blades away from your ears as you bring your arms down and your elbows into the side. Breathe in on the return. And then again, breathe out, open out. Float your arms up as you breathe in. Breathe out, draw down, and then return. And we're going to do 3 more. Just really try and move a little bit bigger and feel a little bit wider across the front of your chest and your shoulders. Was that 3? I think I need to do 1 more. And take the arms up, and then come down, and return. Oh, lovely. Okay, now we're a little bit more mobile, definitely a little bit warm in the legs. Let's do a few roll downs. I love these. So your feet are hip distance apart and parallel. Your knees are a little soft. Your shoulders are lovely and broad. We just take a breath in, and as you breathe out, just relax your neck. Relax your shoulders, and like a rag doll, you're rounding your back, rolling down on yourself. Keep some weight in your toes and in the heels as you go down as far as you possibly can. At the bottom, breathe in, draw your tummy in and draw yourself back up, tucking your tail under. As you gently do this, slide your shoulder blades down your back and lengthen your neck. Breathe in. And go again, as you breathe out, just relax your neck, relax your shoulders and roll down on yourself. Letting your arms hang, rounding your back as much as you can. Keep some weight in your toes, breathe in. As you breathe out, draw your tummy in and draw yourself back up. Allowing your shoulder blade to slide down your back. 1 more, please. As you relax here, just let your arms swing, and you might even quite like to make them swing
Just do that little bit of spiralling, that's quite nice. You can even do that on the way back up, drawing in the middle. As you draw yourself up and stand lovely and tall. Fabulous.
And now we're going to just move a little bit more through the hips. So we're going to take our feet nice and wide. Now, wide depends on your flexibility. So from here, we want to think about sending our knees where our toes point. So lovely and long and strong in your core. Knees going out where your toes point and try to stay a bit more upright. Breathe in. As you breathe out, float the arms forward, send your bottom down, breathe in. And again. Good. So you're going down to a point that is comfortable for you. We're not going to do hundreds, so if you can go a little bit lower, then do. Take yourself down as far as you can, pain-free, and be comfortable. Again, being aware of being nice and long and wide across the front and back of the shoulders, rather than rounding here as you sit down and push up. Fabulous. So we're really trying to get some nice movement in the hips, work on the strength in our thighs and in our glutes. Good. Awareness of our spine, keeping our spines lovely and long, shoulders broad, neck long. Easy. Let's do 6 more. Good. Really moving through those hips. Keep some weight spread through the soles of your feet. 3 more. Fabulous. And then 1 more. And then push yourself up and gently bring yourself in. And maybe just release the legs. Okay. With these muscles at the side of the pelvis here a little bit more awake, we're just going to challenge them a little bit more. So we're going to spread our weight through the soles of our foot, of 1 foot. Okay, stand lovely and tall. The knee is soft. Draw your tummy in. We're going to breathe in, and as we breathe out, we're just going to take 1 leg out to the side, and then return as you breathe in. Find your balance. As you breathe out, go out. Your knee, as I said, is slightly soft. Focus your eyes in front and do whatever you want to aid your balance. Notice I held my tummy here. You could take your arms out. You can let your arms hang. And you have that moment of pause at the outside here as we do 3 more. Standing lovely and tall. And last one. And then reset to the other side. Knee a little soft. Spread your weight through the soles of your feet and engage your core. Stand tall. Be broad. Breathe in. As you breathe out, take your leg out to the side. And then return. And then again. Don't forget to do all those little checks that we need to do. Are you using your core? Are you focusing in front? Are you spreading the weight through the sole of your foot? Good. Let's do 4 more. And then again. Engaging your core. Last 2. And 1 more. Brilliant. And return yourself back to the centre. Okay, again, your feet hip distance apart. Let's roll down and add in a little baby back bend. But with this one, remember not to collapse at the lower back. Be conscious of keeping your tail tucked under. You float your arms up, and we just lift and lean back a little bit. As I said, not collapsing here, so you keep the tail under, so a little bit of drawing in, lengthen the spine. So from here, breathe in to prepare. We roll down first as you breathe out, relaxing your neck and shoulders. Arms hanging, and take your time and going all the way down. At the bottom, take a breath in, draw your tummy in and draw yourself back up as you breathe out. Sliding your shoulder blades down your back, float your arms up and then reach up and back. Bring your hands down, take a little breath in and breathe out, roll down.
We could do this a little bit more often, couldn't we? Just to move our spines. Give us a little bit of a stretch.
And just make you feel a little bit better. One more, please. Breathe in. As you breathe out, roll down. At the bottom, take a breath in. Draw your tummy in and draw yourself back up. Slide your shoulder blades down your back. Float your arms up and reach up and back. And then return. Okay, and one more time. Let's just allow the body to rotate. You can reach up and across if you want to, but just to get some more movement in our spines. Fabulous. Okay, 2 more. Reach up and across, the body rotates. Last one. And return yourself back to the centre. Okay, we're going to make our way to the mat. First, we're going to have a little line up front. We're going to do that standing dart that we've already done. But because you know it and you know it well, and just thinking about challenging those back muscles a little bit. So from here, we could do a roll down, couldn't we? One more roll down, so breathe in. As you breathe out, roll down. Allow your arms to hang and take your time in going all the way down to the mat. And you walk yourself forwards and have a little lie down on your front. Okay, and from here, your arms are by your side. Relax your legs. Your forehead can go on the mat or a towel or a block that you may have to put under your forehead. And from here, we think nice and strong in our core. So you feel as though you're tucking your tail under a little bit as we breathe in. When you breathe out, you lift the upper body a little bit, rotate the shoulders and reach down towards your feet. Just like you did when you were standing. But this time we try and keep our legs relaxed, rotate, reach down. I always exaggerate this one because I think we spend so much time rounded. More now over a good book. And you want to feel as though you're pulling your head or your face away from the mat, but you're still looking at that point on the mat below. Drawing your shoulder blades towards one another and down your back. Let's do 5 more. Lengthening through your spine. It's called the dart. It's about going long out of the crown of your head. Great. So for me, this is really good about correcting daily posture, being aware of our shoulders and how we should hold them. And then next, we're going to work on their stability as you relax. So from here, we're just going to do our little bit of plank. So with your plank, you can do this on your elbows or on your hands. But for me, it's about the shoulder stability and the core stability. So I'm going to do it on my hands. We're going to place our hands shoulder width apart. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. And to help, point your elbows behind you so you feel you're spiraling your hands out. And push through your hands so we don't collapse between our shoulder blades. Lift up from the shoulder blades. You could be on your knees here, definitely. Or lift yourself and come onto your toes. Tucking your tail under a little bit, your chest forwards a little bit, and your neck lovely and long. Try not to grip too much. Grip through the arms and grip through the legs. Yes, they're long, but they're strong. Focus on the stability through your shoulders and in your core. As I said, legs long, but maybe your knees are a little bit soft. If that's too much, you literally just put your knees down and hold yourself here. Shoulders draw down, chest open, tail tucked under. And let's just hold here for 10 more seconds. 3, and 2, and 1. And gently take yourself back down to the mat if you wish to recover. Should we do a little bit more? But should we progress these just a little bit? Why don't we add a little bit of upper body work too? So next time we're going to take our hands wide of the mat. Push yourself up. Again, shoulders nice and stable. So draw them back. Keep your neck long and push through the heels of your hands. Now, of course, here you can be on your knees. You could even bring your knees in a little bit closer, or of course be on your toes, but your head will go forwards. Let's see if we can do 10. So your elbows go out but back slightly as you take your forehead down. Okay, so you could, of course, be here. You need that strong core. You could take your knees out, be long and strong, and again, do them here. Push up. Send the elbows wide, feel nice and stable across the shoulders. If you wish to, you can take those up onto your toes, your hands lovely and wide, your shoulders away from your ears. Tuck your tail under a little bit, send your elbows out and slightly back. Keep your neck lovely and long. Okay, how many have we done now? Can we do 2 more? And then gently push yourself up. Put your knees down and maybe sit yourself back. You could, of course, do those again, should you wish, or once again, you could just hold your plank position. I'm going to hold plank, but it's entirely up to you. So again, hands positioned either shoulder width apart or wider, shoulders away, neck lovely and long. Tuck your toes under a little bit for me, please. Draw your tummy in and lift yourself here. Good, so you're conscious of the stability through the shoulders, elbows pointing behind. Tucking the tail under a little bit, but still be long and strong through the core as we hold this for 5 more seconds, or 5 more push-ups. 3, 2, 1. Gently lower yourself to the floor. And now finally here we're going to do just a little bit of extension of the spine. So hands go wide, relax your legs, neck long. Breathe in. As you breathe out, look along the floor. Draw your shoulders away from your ears and push yourself up. And gently go down. Staying lovely and wide across the front of your shoulders. And gently push yourself up as far as you feel comfortable. Relaxing your legs. Keeping your shoulders away from your ears. As you come up, try not to push up here. Draw your shoulder blades down. Widen across the collarbones and come into that nice little bit of extension. Just 1 more for me, please. And then really, really carefully push yourself up and back and sit back on your heels. Stretch your arms forwards and relax. Whilst here, breathe. Breathe a little bit more deeply into the back of your rib cage. Feel your ribs expand as you take that breath in and fall as you breathe out. So really make sure you move all the ribs, activate all the muscles around the rib cage and really enhance your breathing. Just 1 more time. And then relax. And now it's time to just roll ourselves over and have a little bit of a lie down on our backs. Trying to think a little bit about that neutral position. So from here, we lie down and we rest in a lovely long position. Spine feels lovely and long. The back of your head rests on the mat. And maybe you've got something you need to do to just get yourself in the right position. So as I said, neck long, head rests on the mat. Your shoulder blades should be comfortable and the back of your rib cage. Your knees are bent and your feet and knees are hip distance apart. And from here, let's just do a few of those pelvic tilts. So we just push our lower backs into the floor and release. And then again, push our backs into the floor and release. So we're just getting that lengthening of the lower back. We're rocking on the base of the spine and the back of the pelvis. You can feel that. You've got your sense of touch. As we do just 1 more. And then allow yourself to settle. Feel that you're settling and you're lying on the base of the spine and the back of the pelvis, but there's that little arc there in your lower back. From here, take your arms out a little bit wider, turn your palms up. We breathe in to prepare. Think about that pelvic floor muscle
And that drawing in, feeling in our middle as we lengthen away one leg. Breathe in on the return, and then on the next one, breathe out. Create lightness in your feet. So yes, your feet are resting on the mat, but barely. They're barely making an imprint on the floor. And we try and really lengthen through the front of the hip. We're aware of that corset. It might feel that you're challenging yourself quite a lot, and for many of you, maybe not. So you could continue this, but work in what some people call this tabletop position, where your knees are above your hips. You're conscious of that corset around your waist and taking your leg out as far as you can. You could also then take one leg out and swap. But remember, Pilates is about precision. So if it's all going a bit wrong, then you need to rest. Otherwise, we will again do 4 more. And then once you've completed the 4, it's really quite nice to give your knees a little bit of a hug and just rock on the back of your pelvis. And then from here, let's do a few hip rolls before we go back to that and add arms. Now I like hip rolls. Bring your knees and feet together, arms out nice and wide, shoulders away from your ears. We breathe in to prepare. You need these corset muscles to support the spine as you take your knees over to one side and look the other way. And then draw yourself back, going across the base of the back of the pelvis and base of the spine, and then the other way. And drawing yourself back from your middle. I like the Brucey bonus, stretch across the opposite chest and shoulder. And what we could do, for many of you, you may have the strength and the flexibility to progress this a little bit further. You could bring your knees up, always lift them one at a time with that corset of support, and send your knees one way as you look the other way. Drawing yourself back across the back of the pelvis, the base of the spine, and send your knees the other way. Now your knees go directly to the side, and should you be able to go all the way down, your knee and that lower leg goes to the floor at the same time, rather than twisting at the pelvis and leading that way or leading that way. With neutral position and go over. Either with the feet down or the feet up. 4 more, please. Feel that lovely rotation in your spine, that corset of support around your waist, and the opportunity to stretch across the front of your chest and your shoulder. And then return yourself to the middle. Give your knees a hug if you like, and settle back here. Okay, let's add the arms to legs, but we'll do the arms separately first. So returning to that neutral position, arms by your side. Breathe in to prepare. Think about that corset, and as you breathe out, take your arms up and back. Breathe in on the return. Remember the length in the back of your neck. And remember, as your arms go up and back, you want to consciously think about drawing your ribs down, taking your arms up and back as far as you can. Let's just do a couple more of these, seeing how far back you can go. Remember, your elbows can be a little bit bent and point out to the side, and then we can do 1 more. And then we're going to add the legs, either from here, so you could lengthen away one leg and both arms from here, and then return. Okay, or we could raise the knees, so we could be strong here in the middle, float the knees up one at a time, breathe in to prepare, feel that support around your middle, and as you breathe out, you lengthen away that leg and both arms, breathe in on your return, and then again. Awareness of that corset of support having to work a little bit harder the minute your leg moves away.
We're still working on the range of movement in your shoulders and the range of movement in your hip. Fabulous. Remember, it's all about precision. So if you're getting a little bit tired, then you stop. But if you can, we'll do 3 more now. That's 2. Now you could do quite a few more of these. There's various different options. As you know, you could do the scissoring legs. Okay, but we'll do one more thing to challenge those corset muscles. So from that neutral position, we're going to become aware once again of a small arc in our lower backs, resting on the back of the pelvis and the base of your spine. And I want you to remember that if you use one leg or both is going to be, it's more weight, isn't it? It's going to make it a little bit harder. So from here, in this nice neutral position, your knees are above your hips. We're going to breathe in. As you breathe out, take both feet down, tap the floor. Breathe in on the return. And then again. You might find you could take your feet a little bit further away, but being really conscious of this corset. Now this might be way too much, in which case you could return to the top here and just do a single leg tap down. Okay, or just tap a little bit closer to your bottom. As you notice, I have to put my thumbs on my lower ribs and my fingertips on my hip bones at the front and check those 2 points aren't moving apart, keeping them that same distance apart, drawing in our middles. 2 more. And then 1 more. And then rest. It goes without saying that we could add the arms to those legs. There's options though. So from here we could take the feet down and the arms up at the same time. Or we could take the arms up and back, and then as you return, breathing out, you could tap the floor. So it's a bit of a seesaw effect. Drawing in your middle or your hip. I think this way's got a rest point here. Strong here, you need to be strong, but when you return it's a little easier. You could of course take this back to the one we did earlier, single leg. You could of course take your feet a little bit further away. You could of course take your legs longer. Plenty of drawing in your middle. Let's do 4 more. Last 2. And 1 more. And then you can give your knees a little hug. Should you wish to progress that even further, you could do 1 more set of maybe 10 repetitions. And you could add in the curl up. You don't have to at all. You could do it with a single leg and curl up and alternate legs, or again you could return to doing double legs, drawing it in the middle. You could go long, making it an awful lot more challenging. It's up to you. Maybe you could mix it up. But maybe you've got the energy to do 4 more. As always, 4 more. Maybe the last 2. And then the last 1. And then when you're ready, you could just give your knees a little bit of a hug. And then hold on to one knee and send the other leg lovely and long. Open up through the front of that hip. Show you here. Circle the foot that you're hugging. And then maybe do the same on the other side. Oh, lovely. Release the ankle. And then either use the knee or roll yourself onto your side, but bring yourself up into a seated position. However is comfortable for you. And then from here, start lovely and tall, neck long, be comfortable, and all I want you to do is just take your head from one side to the other. Just move your neck a little bit. Get that lovely stretch down the side. Try not to lean. Keep tall, keep the shoulders still. I really like to go to the side, turn my chin down, roll across the front, my chin to the other side, and even poke my chin up. Just stretch through the front of your neck. That lovely little bit of movement in your neck, which again you could do every day, couldn't you? Just one more to each side. And then the other way. And just remember, the reason I do Pilates is I just think it's fantastic to keep you functioning well, keep you lovely and flexible, and therefore mobile, working on that big range of movement in your joints, but then knowing how to be lovely and strong and have good stability of your joints. So my message to you is do a little bit every day if you can, and move bigger. When you're moving, move bigger. Squat a little bit lower. Don't use the arms of the chairs. If there's no one around, you're not wearing a skirt, take the stairs 2 at a time. Challenge your legs. And if anything, when you're stuck in traffic, take a breath in, and as you breathe out, think about that pelvic floor and that drawing in feeling in your middle. And if you've got any questions, you know where to find me. Thanks very much.